How's it going, YouTube? My name is Quayver, and today we're going to be talking about Robin. We're going to be going through a couple of the things that she does, looking over her base kit very quickly, very briefly, since you guys have probably seen a million guides. And then I'm going to show you two teams that I think she heavily excels on, one for MOC, one for purefiction. So without further ado, let's get into today's content. Robin functions somewhat similar to Ruan Mei, in where she buffs dual DPS, and she specifically buffs a certain type of dual DPS composition. Just like with how Mei, you could run her as slow or fast, where slow ensures that her ult lasts for longer. I think that with Robin specifically, even if she's slower, because she turns into a different entity on the action order, it could actually be somewhat detrimental to run her as slow as Mei. So I still would recommend hitting that 134 break speed. That's personally what I do. When it comes to what she scales with her stats or abilities, all of it's with attack percents, and the rest is just percents by going through and leveling up her traces. And after you go through those traces, you're probably thinking about what relics to throw on her. This is currently the set that I have on her, going with the 2-piece messenger, the 2-piece prisoner. You could also go 2-piece prisoner, 2-piece of the musketeer, which is this one right here. Where is it? 2-piece of the musketeer, so you get double attack percent increases on it. And then I just run broken keel on her because I like the 10% damage increase, but you could run a couple of other different ornament sets on her. If you're not going to run something like the broken keel, then Sprightly Von Whack is good for the energy regeneration, since the two stats you really want to prioritize for her are going to be her attack percent and then her energy regeneration. Since her ult costs 160 energy, it's a big amount, it's a big cost to go into. So it's important to keep those things in mind. Just remember that if you do go with Sprightly Von Whack, that you're going to have to hit a speed threshold, which means you're not going to be able to run her on exactly the super slow. So if you're going to be running just normal speeds, you could go for Von Whack for the more energy regeneration. But if you're going to go like super giga slow Robin, then you could run something like Broken Keel and still get the benefit out of the effect res. Plus, even though she's immune to crowd control in her ult, there's going to be a lot of moments to where she's not in pure element of having no crowd control. So even then, having the effect res can be good. It's not the best stat on her for sure, but it could be all right. So I would go with speed, attack, energy regeneration, and then after that, just complete survivability. You just want her to not get hit, because even though she's CC immune and you can't control her and she's on her own action order, she can still take hits from the enemies. You could run her with her signature light cone if you're able to pull it. If not, you can also run her with something like Bronya's light cone. You could even, if you're more free to play, you can even run something like Dance, Dance, Dance. There's a plethora of options that work for her. You just want to try to get some energy regeneration in her. Obviously, the best light cone for her is going to be her signature light cone, but not everyone can afford to get a signature light cone. If you can't get her signature light cone, there's a very free to play one that is coming in the event that we just have right now. You can go and you can grab it right now. I don't know why I said in the future. If not, you could also run something like Bronya's light cone, and it's still a pretty good alternative. Otherwise, that's basically everything that I really wanted to showcase on her. She's pretty simple to build. You kind of know what you want to go for. She's going to make use of a lot of the stats that you maybe don't have a lot of use out of, like a lot of attack percent. She kind of reminds me of like the Luocha of Harmony, kind of, or like Ting Yun. So if you have a Ting Yun built, you could probably just give her all the Ting Yun pieces and you'll be okay. Swap back and forth between them, save you some on relic farming. So now that we've gone through that, we're going to start with MOC, and then we're going to go into pure fiction. I'll show you both the teams, and then at the end of each section of the team, I'll show you the full build for the team as well. The first team that we're going to be showing off, obviously, is the follow-up attacker team. Of course, this is the speculated what was going to be the best for Robin because of what she has in her traces, giving more damage to follow-up attacks. But understanding that is a lot different from seeing that, because I knew it was going to be good, but what I didn't expect was like how fun it was to just see so many different attacks and follow-ups going over and over and over again. It's like the battle will feel longer just because you're doing so much. It feels more interactive than the other battles should. So I just wanted to show it to you real quick. I'd say the only downside here to this is that because Robin and Dr. Ratio, they both count as a field, you can't use both of them. So you kind of have to pick. Do you want the extra debuffs from Dr. Ratio's talent, or do you want the energy regeneration from Robin's talent? It really just depends on what you want to do. Personally, I still find to use Dr. Ratio's good because we don't have a specific debuffer in here. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. I'll show you guys exactly how it looks to go absolutely crazy with this team. And by the way, this I have the E0 ratio, E0 topaz, like the DPSs are like super friendly to everyone else out there. So this is going to be a somewhat relatable clear. So we're at 28. So let's see how many cycles this takes. Yeah, so because we're running Robin at probably pretty quick, one of the fastest in the team. I think she's actually slower than Topaz, so it is somewhat curious why she is going first, because she's at 144 and she's at 136. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with something in her traces, right? Where she gets action forward. Yeah, battle begins action forward by 25. So this is it. Her talent. That's the reason why. So we'll hit the support. Yep. That's fine. Let's not run out of skill points here, so we'll just do basic attack. Good job, Nummy. We'll drop this on you. Get Topaz going. Get Aventurine going. Yeah, let's go. Do the dice roll. This team really starts to shine when it's against a single target boss. That's why I wanted to go up against Aventurine specifically. It is 100% really fun to watch how it goes. But you see how like even this is like, oh, the damage is a little low because it's not weak to them. So obviously you want to make sure that you are hitting as much weakness as you possibly can. So we got a lot of enemies here. We're just going to skip over all of them with the Robin ult. Welcome to my... Whoa. We're gonna retarget Nummy here. Yep, get some Nummy going. We'll drop this here. Get an implant. This should do big damage here. Let's go. 200k with his 170 plus the Robin as well. Cool. We should have popped Dr. Ratio slightly earlier. It's absolutely fine. We'll drop this on her since the other guy's like just moments from death basically. Is the follow-up? There it is. Still didn't kill him. If you build Aventurine with more damage, obviously you're going to be doing more damage, but like it's not an insane amount of more damage. Like you're able to make a case for Aventurine being somewhat damaging before, but if you have Robin with him, like her ult already gives enough extra damage with what she does. Like obviously more damage is always good, but it is just highly unnecessary at this point. So that's interesting to see. I didn't think that would happen, but yeah, let's go. Without Dr. Ratio obviously gets the follow-up attack. We did trigger Nummy, but because we swapped over, Nummy didn't get to go first. But if it was Dr. Ratio's ult, then the follow-up attack would still go through. So that's just a little interesting little tidbit. By the way, Aventurine's not weak to imaginary or to fire, so we're doing like 10% less damage than we would be doing against another boss. But because we have Aventurine, we're never gonna die. And with Robin and with Ratio, with Topaz going, it's look at that. You just get so many different things. So she still has her buffs. We're just gonna get some skill points back. We have 5, so let's just throw Nummy here. Let's get a ult going. Yep. Basic here. Oh, my mic's blocking a bit of my screen, so I didn't see that right there. Let's get this going right here. Dice roll. Very nice. All or nothing, that's fine. We're gonna hit the one that has Nummy on there, so Nummy triggers. Oh, right. This is just single target. When you get into where he rolls all of them, you're gonna really see how like this team just like is just really good against the dice part of enemy Aventurine's kit, especially. Nice. Her ult's about to run out. Or her ult's about to come up, my bad. Yeah, let's use this here. We're actually going to advance them here because he might do the thing where they all get the dice roll, and if they all hit it, we're going to get our ult back anyways, so we might as well just do this here. Save a cycle. This should kill. Nice. We get the follow-up. No? I thought we were at 100%. That's a bit weird. Not have to look back at that. Oh, there it is. It was just a bit delayed, I guess. Let's use a skill point. Ooh, it's a good amount of damage. Oh, look at that. But yeah, see, Aventurine, because a million follow-up attacks, never gonna die. Okay, here we go. This is the interesting part. So what you want to do here is you want to always use Topaz skills so that Nummy gets to go too. Because when Nummy gets to go, that means you're gonna get the extra roll for her. And if you're not super unlucky, it should be fine. That was unlucky. That should have been better than that. But if you hit the one with Nummy on it, and then we're going to Aventurine ult here too, because if we get a big roll, then that means that we are going to get a higher number, hopefully. And see, look, we advance Nummy back up, and Nummy gets to go again, so Topaz automatically breaks it. And then we're going to hit the one with 80. Hopefully this is enough. But we have Doctor Ratio, his ultimate, so if we score over the dice, we'll get the ult back anyways, so why not? Drop it down. So we got a bit unlucky with Aventurine. If we were slightly luckier with what he could do, then Aventurine would have also gotten his ult back. Also, because she's in her ult phase, Robin's in her ult phase, she's going to take a bit of damage, but she's not going to get CC'd. She's got the CC immunity. That's why this team is just so good. So we're going to hit, let's go Topaz Ratio. Ooh, if we hit Ratio a bit earlier, we could have gotten a follow-up trigger right there. So even then, like this team does require a bit of mechanics to it, because even though you never die, if you want to maximize your damage and lower your cycle countdown, you're gonna have to time your ults really well. Get it back up. All right, we're almost out of skill points, so we'll do a basic here. Nice, good follow up, and then we get the Nummy, Tornado, very nice. Pop that. If Robin had just a bit more energy, we could have saved a cycle here. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh yeah, I forgot his dice take away energy. That's why. We're gonna pop this. Now we're gonna save the Robin ults until the end. Watch this. Yep, get the dice. Nummy's gonna go. Yep, Aventurine's gonna basic. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna Ratio ult here, and then immediately Robin. So even though we're gonna lose the Robin ult specifically for the advanced forward, having them all advance forward on the dice rolls here means that we're going to be able to get up to the number that we need to. Like, look. Yep, she makes it. Aventurine gets a follow-up, extra rolls. He makes it. Nummy's going to just give more. Why not? Auto here. And then Ratio gets to go again. And then follow-up. Nice. See, because... okay. Sure. Sure, I guess we get exactly 9 there. And then no CC here because she's still immune. This right here will advance Nummy. We want, yeah, we don't even need Nummy. That was a big crit with Robin too. But you see how, like, okay, so it took 4 cycles. I've done it in 3 before with this team, but even then, like a fully free-to-play team, or maybe not so free-to-play, but a E0 like DPS dealers and stuff, like this team can still do incredibly good even against the hardest content. And as you see, like with Aventurine, there's no chance of dying or anything like that, but because of how much interaction you have with like all of their ults and all of their follow-ups going together, it just feels good to play. It's fun. It's really fun. And even against an enemy that had no weaknesses on our team except for Robin that hardly ever throws an attack out, that means that they only have the potential to shine even brighter against enemies that do share a weakness. So that's what I want to show you for MOC. Now we're going to get into the Purefiction team specifically, because what I didn't expect was that before Robin came out, this Purefiction team that I had was clearing about 26k on like the overall points for their side. And then I put Robin on the team and they're suddenly like, they hit the 40k. And it was like, what? It's crazy. So for Pure Fiction, the DOT team that was already really good at what they were doing was also incredibly good with Robin, using no sustain, Ruan Mei and Robin together to enhance them. It's like, oh, maybe this was a no-brainer for some people, but it's also like, oh, do I really not need to bring a sustain? Isn't this kind of dangerous? Like people that don't do like 0 cycles or don't always like max everything out. This team will get you through even the hardest stuff here. And we see against Bronya, she's only really weak to everyone but Kafka, but Kafka is one of the main damage users we have, but we don't really need to care too much about weakness break here because we have Ruan Mei to assist with weakness break for the enemies that are weakness broken, and then Robin just gives so much extra damage bonus. So let's get into this right here. This is going to elevate you from like that 26k to the 40k, just replacing your sustainer with Robin, and then having the double dual DPS supporters for a double dual DPS team. Side note, this could also work with Himiko and Herta if you have those two specifically as well. I personally do not have them as of this moment built up and ready to do a showcase with. However, that team is also incredibly good with the double dual DPS supporting structure of Mei and Robin. So keep that in mind, and let's get into the showcase. Let's get a nice look at her backside. Very, very good. You know, Robin just gets to do a little sing, yep. Or the feather bonus. Skill here, and then we should be able to Mei just basic. Yep. So we could do, yeah, let's just pop this here. Hopefully Kafka will take a hit from this guy, or Robin will take a hit from this guy to, oh, never mind, we don't need it. AoE just kills him because AoE just bonus is nuts. And because both Robin and Mei have an ult field that lasts in accordance with their turns, when they overlap, the amount of damage you get is nuts. Like, see, we just took a little bit of damage. We're going to advance forward a whole team now. Avoid the rest of the damage from the rest of them. Yep, we hit this guy. 101,000 damage from a Kafka that doesn't have crit rate, crit damage, just doing her skill. That's because of all this extra stuff going on. It's nuts. Throw this down, throw an Epiphany out right away, why not? Because with Pure Fiction, your goal is just to throw out damage after damage after damage as much as you can. This might kill. Yeah, nuts break. AoE, and then we get the Pure Fiction buff, very nice. We're going to just throw Kafka again right away because we have both their ult fields still up. This is going to do nuts, watch up. 458,000 because of both of their ult fields and their passive buffs together. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. If you're a fan of Kafka, if you're a fan of the DOT team, you eating good. That's for sure. We're going to, we got a skill up here. Yep, a little bit of damage. Trotter's not going to die from that. Yeah, none of these guys are going to die from that, but we get a little passive buff here. So these will now die from the Arcana stacks. And then Robin goes down. That's fine. We just do a little boom. We're going to hit the Trotter here. And we're gonna just use the ult right away, even though they're still alive, it's fine. We need to advance. We need to get to wave 3 before we hit cycle 2. So yeah, we're good right here. We want to hit the monkey here. Get him some extra stacks. Basic Bronya, because it doesn't do that much damage. Now, the great thing about Robin, unlike Mei that has where her turns get delayed when she's in the ult. So her buff lasts a lot longer, so she has a little bit more skill point. They're about the same skill point efficiency, but because Robin's delayed so long in her ult state, it turns into being slightly more SP positive just because you don't have to use her as much. It's a bit finicky because you don't actually specifically save any. We could have waited here, but it's fine. We don't want the monkey to have too much of a thing. You don't necessarily, but also because we did that in the monkey, it cuts off his turn, which is good. But now it doesn't specifically save an SP slot. It's more like you take away someone that might need SP, but also you take away someone that might give you more SP. So it's like it's a bit finicky, but basically it does save a little bit. We're gonna throw more Arcana on you this time, and then we're gonna. Oh, we had a lot of skill points. We could have also AoE defense shredded right there. That would have also been pretty good. We're just gonna ult right away. You want to, as soon as you get ults with this team, you want to just throw them out, unless you're trying to overlay May's ult field with Robin's ult field. But like Kafka Black Swan, you want to just toss him out as soon as it happens because of the nature of Purefiction. We're gonna basic here. Yep, very nice. Ooh, look at that damage. Oh, that was almost 300k from a DOT because of the double ult field going up right now. That's fine. Yep, they're both just marking right now because they've been dying and getting reset so quickly. That's fine. That's fine. So we're gonna hit. So the goal is to hit the monkeys here because we need everyone to die so that we could actually do significant damage to Bronya. Oh, that should have been an AoE. I'm cooked. Oh, this should be enough. Oh, did we die none of her? There we go. Ooh. Yeah, so we're about to run out of cycles here, but it should be fine. Yeah, see, look. So the DOT is just nuts. And let's finish it with a little poop. Why not? Kill her with some birds. But as you could see there, 40k points. Before I would only able to get around 26k. That's just the true power of Robin and May's ult fields overlapping together. Especially if you have Eidolons. If you have like both of their res pen Eidolons, getting them up to 50, almost 50% res pen, it is crazy. And even if you don't have that, it's still incredibly good. Like you might be getting 35k instead of 40k if you don't have like the giga res pen and all this other stuff. But it is still incredibly good to run them both together. And something like Purefiction, it's a bit harder just because they do a lot more damage and it's not really built for the DOTs right now, but that could also work in there, running the double dual DPS supports in there when it favors them. The honorable mention that I wanted to really give for this was the Himiko Herta with that double support dual DPS side of Robin and May in the Purefiction as well. I think that seems also very good. I currently just don't have them built right now. So those are the two teams I wanted to go over. So I'll just show you the team overall and the stats real quick. Thank you all so much for watching. Do you think I got anything wrong? Do you think that there's any teams that are better than what I presented for the MOC side, the Purefiction side? Please feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I love seeing the engagement that's down there, some of the conversations that we've had about other team comps being strong, some of the power balancing with some of the characters being higher or lower than I initially thought. The response to the Nikkei video, I love to see all that. I love the community to get together and really have an open discussion about things like this, and I look forward to bringing you guys more stuff like this in the future. And that'll bring us to the end of this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be updated on future uploads. Like I mentioned before, leave a comment so that we can have a bit of a discussion as well. And overall, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I've been having a lot of fun uploading and bringing you guys content, and I hope that you guys will continue to enjoy as well. So, without further ado, have a wonderful day. Peace.